Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a daily wrestling news update. I'm Jack Kilby, Executive Vice President of Great North Wrestling, and hope everyone is having a relaxing weekend thus far. Getting into the news, WrestleNomics reports that the actual attendance figure through the turnstiles at Wembley Stadium for All In was 72,265. Quite impressive. That's paid attendance and not those who are comped or otherwise involved with the production. Also, according to Dave Meltzer, the pay-per-view buys for the event were between 168,000 and 184,000. Meltzer speculates that the following week's event, that would be All Out, the pay-per-view, did in fact hurt the replay buys, which makes sense. Dave also indicated that Jane Cargill, who we reported on this channel earlier, the AEW former TBS Women's Champion, is not only WWE bound, but will be headed straight for the main roster and not NXT. Meltzer indicates that if she were to be placed at NXT, she'd be amongst the highest paid contracts there. So we'll have to see how that turns out. He also stated that up until recently, there was a chance that she would remain with the company, but now is almost certainly bound for WWE. AEW is headed to the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, December 5th and 6th for 2 shots, live episodes of Collision and Dynamite. That may be Rampage. I'm not sure about the citation there because it's also noted that Collision will be taped on Tuesday night. Tickets are on sale today for those so interested. Many sites are speculating now as to the status of Edge, and lots of talk online about that following his brief removal from WWE.com, but then relocation to the alumni section. Edge took to Twitter recently in a video and denied those reports that WWE had failed to meet his contract demands, and a new offer was in his inbox. Read in a couple of spots that they indicate that this is further, evidence that Edge will be AEW bound. Not sure how, whether they're thinking it's a swerve or a business negotiation tactic. But of course, there's always his longtime friend and partner Christian in AEW. The Rock returned to SmackDown on Friday night and had an entertaining confrontation with Austin Theory, calling him an asshole that was censored by the network, and I guess he spine busted him. That was correct. This coming on the heels of Rock's recent comments that he is the true king of the table and would be, of course, open to wrestling Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, which has been the talk for literally years now. The wife of the late Ultimate Warrior, Dana Warrior, was amongst many released from their WWE contracts this week, on Friday specifically. She was last involved with the creative team, but had a long-standing relationship in terms of charitable endeavors. The PW Insider site reports that the company has been ripped apart, or divisions have been ripped apart as a basis of these layoffs. The insight and analytics team had more than 20 people, now down to 3 apparently, and there were also deep cuts in marketing, graphic design, and live events. All in all, the conjecture is that about 100 folks were let go from their deals. Just wanted to remind fans once again that Great North Wrestling returns to the Ottawa Valley on November the 4th for the Renfrew Reckoning. Doors will open at 6 with a meet and greet, a live performance of the band Parliament of Owls, and then bell time will happen at 7 p.m. We are featuring the also return to the Ottawa Valley of WWE multi-time tag team champion Rene Dupree. He will be facing Magnum McLaren, the new Canadian champion, in his first title defense. Jeremy Prophet will be on the card. The Blood Hunter returns. And ladies action will feature Jessica Black, plus a whole lot more. We're planning a lot of good things for this card to close out the return of GNW to running events in 2023, looking ahead to 2024. And on a sad note, Rene Dupree announced this morning, I believe, on his Facebook page that his father, Emil, passed away. So our sincerest condolences here at the Hannibal TV and Great North Wrestling for his loss. In a programming note, a couple of programming notes, we have an interview scheduled with Hannibal with the folks behind the movie kittycup.com, which, as you can see, is a tournament movie featuring, it looks like, female talent grapplers, blood, fire, death. So that should be very interesting indeed. Tonight at 7 p.m., we have Eric Watts returning to the Great North Wrestling podcast for part 2 of an interview I did with him back in the summer. Fan questions will be taken. That was a very interesting interview from my perspective and the fans' perspective based on the first one. So you don't want to miss that. We'll be looking in the weeks to come to do a review of the Netflix OVW series, which I've started to watch and is quite an engaging docu-series thus far. And stay tuned for a rescheduled date for ECW original and legend Bill Alfonso Fonzie. The interview that we had scheduled for the end of August, unfortunately, due to a hurricane in the Florida area, had to be canceled, but we're getting back on track with that. And just looking at some of the questions, thank you very much for that, Fish Sticks. Mick, where's Devin? He's fine. He's working on a number of projects at the moment that the fans of the Hannibal TV will be brought up to speed on. And as I said, he will be interviewing if the producers can once again confirm the time this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, the movie folks there. So look forward to that. That'll be a good one. Mr. Pro Violence is saying CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble. Well, that would be great. That would be an interesting program for sure, given the fact that it could lead to a program and he might get that WrestleMania main event, might not. I'm definitely watching that one to see how it turns out. But fans, I want to thank you for tuning in this morning. We will see you later on the Great North Wrestling podcast. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button for thehannibaltv.com and you will stay up to date with all the goings on, not only in terms of the programming here, but Great North Wrestling and everything else in between. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates.